saw the hottest man I've ever seen at a Trader Joe's today, and I didn't know how to process it. He walked into my aisle, and we made eye contact, and I immediately had a visceral physical response to turn the fuck around, put my things down, I only had like 2 things, and just walk away as fast as I could, far away from this man. It was like a flight or fight response, and I walked outside, and I turned the corner, and I sat on a bench next to a homeless man until I thought he was gone. And I was all hot, and I was flushed, and I mean, it felt good to feel like butterflies again, and like so giddy and girly and hormonal. It's like good to know it's possible, but also that's not the kind of thing I'm trying to feel in a relationship. So I just wanted to get as far away from it as I can, and it's been a very interesting experience for me that's how I reacted.
Understand why when men bag a bad bitch, they want to keep them indoors. They don't want them outside. They want to hide them from the world. Because when you bag a good looking man whose face card is so lethal, and on top of that he's got aura, it's not for the weak, you will turn into a jealous bitch. You start noticing how other girls look at him while you guys are together, and if they're brave, they're probably gonna move to him right in front of you. But I get it now. I understand, okay? But at least you guys know what I'm working with now. at least he looked good next to me. I don't know, but you know, they'll start asking if your man is single. I don't think I'm ready for that.
Like, I like my man to be alright looking. Just be alright. Them fine ones, like, they don't be following your stupid tricks. Like, you hang up on them, they don't call you back, they don't blow you up, and you just like, you call them back, like, hey, you're not gonna call me, you're not gonna blow me up.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women reveal why they reject attractive men in modern dating. Now, I know a lot of guys are like, how would a woman reject a conventionally attractive dude? Or why do women go for this type of guy? You know, women are going to have their types of guys, but what you're going to figure out is women like to be in control. You understand? Disciplined men are not going to be good for relationships with women who constantly want control. Let's get into it.
I saw a post, and there was women talking about the body types they like on a man. And a lot of men felt really objectified in the comments. They were really mad about it. But I digress. But a lot of people assume that women would pick like 1 through 3. But a lot of women was picking number 4. They were picking number 4. And from what I gather, I guess as women age, women do not care about that 6-pack stuff. 6-pack must be for young women, because older women seem like they like body type number 4.
Baby, you're saying the quiet part out loud, so I'll just scream it from the rooftop. As women age, typically, majority of women, as they age, what they find attractive matches that. Yeah. That's why women think that number 4, number 5, and there are women who would think number 6 are attractive. And I'm not saying that there aren't women who think that 1, 2, and 3 aren't attractive, but from what he is saying and from what he has gathered, majority of the women want a man who look like a man, want a grown-ass man at that, right? Like he said, the older women get, we don't give a fuck about that 6-pack. Why? Because an older man with a slower metabolism really ain't gonna have one.
This woman is being disingenuous in this clip because she's talking about, as women get older, they don't care about 6-packs and all of this stuff. So what are you saying? What are you really saying? Only younger women find that attractive? But then there will always be something wrong because, okay, younger women find that attractive. Guys who are in shape, guys who they view as better, go for the younger women, and then there's a problem there because those guys aren't serving those women. All she's basically saying is women see guys who are out of shape or who are not in shape, don't really take care of themselves. They view them as the safe bet. This is why I say I don't want a woman to look at me as a safe bet. I'd rather have a negative interaction with the woman where she walks away understanding that I respect myself than chasing her, than doing whatever it takes to get at her or appeasing her. No, I'm not doing that. But this is how they view men. See, a disciplined man isn't going to be good in a relationship with a woman who's not disciplined herself, because they want to spend your money. They want you to fund their lifestyle. They want you to take care of them, all of this stuff with little to no effort in exchange for it. A disciplined man ain't going for that. So the guy who doesn't really respect himself, the guy who doesn't love himself like that, of course that would work with him. You ever notice why relationships change a man's mindset? They change his body. Dudes start looking depleted. Dudes start dreading coming home after work. Yeah, bro, because they don't love themselves. They're stuck in a situation that they put themselves in, and now they don't see a way out of it. This is why from the very beginning, I don't care what they're saying, never depend on money, never depend on anything outside of yourself to get at a woman and think that that's going to keep her. No, you got to love yourself. See, deep down inside, they won't admit it, but women want a guy who's confident, who loves himself, who takes after himself. Because how is he going to be able to love her and take care of her if he doesn't take care of himself? When women are like, I'll go for a man who doesn't love himself, that's because they're trying to take advantage of him. And I love this manipulation in this clip, right? Women are good talkers. Women want a guy who looks like a grown-ass man. So a guy that's in shape doesn't look like a grown-ass man? Really? That's interesting. I never knew that. If anything, I thought that that would help a man look more mature and look like a grown-ass man. Wears a suit, he fills the suit out. They're going to speak in code, and you always have to be on code so you can decode what they're saying. And when she said, you know, women realize that older men have a slower metabolism, so that's why they're fat. That doesn't make sense. And women don't even think that far ahead. That's why they always make bad decisions. You understand? Follow me here, right? Picture a woman saying, you know, he's just fat because he has a slow metabolism. Remember, women don't see outside of themselves. That doesn't even sound correct, right? But picture this. The reason why I can't lose weight is because I have a slow metabolism. Doesn't that sound like something a woman would say? Once again, they don't see anything outside of themselves. So her even saying that doesn't sound right. It sounds out of place. Remember, pay attention to the manipulation. Let's get the next one.
I want to know how true this is, because I've heard that women will only date men who have dad bods when they're looking for a long-term relationship. They see men who have dad bods as someone who is not going to cheat on them because they're not as attractive to other women. But what I've also heard is that women who want a short-term relationship, they're always going to pick a man who's in great shape and who's very attractive.
When you're in shape, you're a rare man. When you're in shape, other women find you desirable. It is what it is. Now, you could open your mouth and mess it up, but I've played 2 videos full of clips that show you that when you're in shape and you have a look and you take after yourself, you walk with confidence, you respect yourself. Women can feel that energy. It's almost, no, it is actually, it's magnetic. It's magnetic to people in general. Then you're gonna have your detractors, your haters or whatever, but don't pay attention to that. Now, why would a woman, if she can already replace an out-of-shape dude with another out-of-shape dude, a simp with a simp, why wouldn't she step outside of her situation and get with the guy who's in shape? This is why when you're attractive, a lot of guys are single and they don't know why. And especially guys who are confident, and women have this thing where they tell these guys, you're not serious. It's because you're not a safe bet. Women want to have fun with you. When women want to screw, it is what it is. And then when it comes time to get into a relationship, other guys make for better mates. Guys take this personal and they think something's wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you, bro. Women see you as a threat. It's going to take you a little while before you find another woman who's disciplined, who wants to eat healthy, who wants to make the right moves. But you, for right now, you're just fun. And especially if you feel good about yourself, women are going to call you cocky, arrogant, things of that nature. You don't make for a relationship to these women who are insecure. So they could talk all of this dad bod this and dad bod that, but once again, another clip is showing you they view these dudes as a safe bet. Let's get the next one.
Why is the dad bod so hot? Simply because I'm too lazy to move. I'm coming to you from the place where all the magic happens. My bed. Dad bods are hot for the following reasons. Reason number 1, they're comfortable. Snuggling up to a guy with a six-pack is like putting on a pair of stilettos. They look hot, but feel like shit. Also, it's just not sustainable. Dad bods to me also say, I'm looking for something serious. Six-packs just don't scream, I'm in love with you. They scream, I'm in love with myself. And sorry, but I just require a lot more attention than that. Also, fun fact, dating.com did a poll this past spring where they surveyed 2,000 people. And of those 2,000 women surveyed, 75% said that they preferred a man with a dad bod. Facts, y'all. Also, when I see a guy with chiseled abs, I'm not like, oh look, a really nice guy that's probably gonna treat me really well. I think to myself, oh look, a guy that's probably gonna cheat on me and has a secret family of 4 that he's providing for in another state. That last one could just be me.
She said nothing but a bunch of nothing. Nothing but a bunch of nothing. Insecure women are gonna have a problem. They're gonna have a problem with getting with dudes who are considered respectable. And it's everything. It's not just what you do. Talking about, dad bods are what women go for because they're comfy and a six-pack is not sustainable and blah, 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 blah. Knock it off. See, women can get men, but they can't keep men. But then they'll complain that all men are lazy. And I find this funny that she's saying all of this stuff, but why is the number one complaint from women, most men aren't attractive. They don't take after themselves. It's like they don't care. We make our own money now, so at least we're looking for the guys that we want to screw. They bare minimum have to be attractive. So if that's what they're saying, then what is this? This is manipulation, is smoke and mirrors. So guys drop their guard and they say, I can still get women. All I got to do is get money. All I got to do is get a fast car, designer clothes. No, the body's the outfit. How you feel about yourself and your body is 1 and 1. It's like taking your brain out of your head and putting it in a physical form. This is how you go. This is how hard you go in life. Don't ever drop your defenses because women are saying this nonsense. But this is why they reject attractive men, physically fit men, because they can't keep up. Let's get the next one.
I think that men that go to the gym a lot, like obscenely a lot, like 6 to 7 times of the week, or like breathe, eat, sleep the gym, have small penises. Because why are you there every day? Don't you have hoes to text? Why does the staff know you by name? Like, why aren't they greeting you like a coworker? Something is off. Like, 3 to 4 days makes sense, but any amount after that, you're overcompensating. Like, you have to be overcompensating for something that you lack, and I know exactly what you lack. Lame. Y'all don't realize that the real riz comes from personality. Like, do y'all know who Jeannie Buss is married to? Jay Moore, a comedian. Because he uses jokes to get inside that multi-million-dollar box. Y'all are worried about the wrong thing. You're worried about muscles. You should be worried about jokes. You think your macros are gonna get you a bad bitch? No. Like, what is your personality outside of protein powder? Like, seriously, what would happen if someone takes your shaker bottles away? Withdrawals? Probably. And that's another thing y'all need to accept. Pre-workout is just cocaine. It is. Honestly, if you go to the gym that much, I think I'm just not your taste.
So she thinks that men who go to the gym a lot are trying to overcompensate for something. They have something to hide. Nope. I would say that they love themselves. Do you know how hard it is to get up early before work and get to the gym and then get to work? Or go to the gym right after work, get home, hit your macros, everything, shower, clean yourself, read, watch something real quick, and then get up and do it all over again? Do you know how much you have to love yourself to actually hit the gym on the weekends? Do you know how much you have to love yourself in order to build a home gym and spend thousands of dollars? Because there it is right in front of you. You can't get away from it. Every time the snacks, the cookies are calling you, there's your home gym. Every time the sweets, the sugary foods and all of that stuff, they're calling you, the gym is right there. There's the mirror. You don't even have to see a mirror because the gym is right there. So men are overcompensating because they love themselves. Once again, they want the attention on them. Guys, if you ever get rejected and a woman is making it seem like you're too much, it's okay. She's not secure within herself. She's not. And this is hater energy to the highest form. Don't buy any of this. And I love how she used the celebrity, this comedian dude, as an example. Well, let's flip that. Why are all the women that are celebrities all on Ozempic now, and they're promoting body, being healthy, but before they were promoting body positivity and being big and beautiful? You go, queen. But if you look at all of them that were marching for this parade, marching with this sound of you can be big, it doesn't matter, and the skinny girls, they lose while we're winning, and we're gonna show women that you could be, why are they all skinny now? Why are they all on Ozempic now and promoting that? Why? Because women deep down inside understand. They're going to sit here and they're going to spew this stuff because they don't want to put in the hard work. They don't want to put in the work. And another thing, they're saying all of this, but it's a lie, because even women that are out of shape want guys who are well put together. Don't believe it. They don't want the dad bods. And whenever you see a guy out here, don't look at men and think, how did he get her? Who cares? Because 9 times out of 10, he's trading in his self-respect anyway behind closed doors. Don't ever look at another dude and be jealous because he's with some chick that you wish you were with. And you're like, oh, I'm better than him. That's not manly anyway. But just know this, 9 times out of 10, men are cashing in their self-respect because they don't love themselves. Do not, I repeat, do not ever fall off for a woman. That is a man's biggest kryptonite. When a man is on his game, he can lose all of his body, he can lose all of his money, he can lose his goddamn mind. Because he thinks he's won some type of prize. No, the women that are for you are going to be just as disciplined as you. The rest are just playthings. Always remember that. So this was women reveal why they reject attractive men in modern dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I cannot be the only girl who is scared of like overly attractive men. And I'm not talking about men that are handsome, just like goatee is my thing. Like a goatee and a beard is my thing. But like the men who have like the sharpest jawline, the clearest skin, the most perfect hairline, like I don't know why, but I'm terrified of it. And like I could never be with someone like that. I like my guys like clean cut and like handsome and all of that, but they have to have like they have to be rough around the edges. And I don't know if that makes sense, because they can't be like perfect, but like when you're too perfect, it's scary.